Hey guys, how you doing? This is JP Saricolia. Before we get into the details of today's video, I would like to invite you to like, to comment, and to subscribe if you enjoy the content of this channel. Also, I would like to thank my supporters on Patreon and GoFundMe. Thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. I couldn't do this without your continued support. So now, with the formalities aside, let's get into it. During the final chapter of Volume 2, Yugo is almost killed by a hunter warrior looking to collect on his bounty. Aleta comes to the rescue and is able to save him by linking his head with her life support. Unfortunately, the damage to the body is so severe that Dr. Ito has to replace it with cyber parts. As soon as the boy is able, and with the help of Aleta, he gathers all his money and pays Vector a visit. He demands his promised one-way ticket to Salem from the crook, just to discover that it was all a lie. Vector has no access to the floating city. No one does. The only way ground dwellers can make it there is through their dismembered body parts. This is where Volume 3 begins. Confronted with the truth, and after realizing the foolishness of his quest, Yugo loses his mind. He throws himself out the window and attempts to climb up the cargo tube to Salem on his own. Aleta chases after him, trying to convince him to desist and to remain with her. Yugo finally comes to his senses, but in the blink of an eye, gets caught by a gigantic rat trap ring coming down from Salem, which shreds his lower body to pieces. Aleta jumps off and grabs him by the hand, but unfortunately, the boy is so torn apart that his arm gives in. He falls to his death, not without first saying goodbye. The book then starts a second story arc. After the tragic events of the previous chapter, Aleta leaves home without saying a word. Worried, Daisuke goes looking for her. After searching for a month and at the western sector of the scrapyard, he saves a young girl from being raped in a dark alley. The girl's name is Shumira, and she has a bubbly personality. She's so taken by Ito's act of bravery that she offers him dinner and a place to stay. Daisuke shows the girl a picture of Aleta in hopes of finding a clue of her whereabouts. Shumira thinks for a moment and then, without hesitation, grabs Ito by the arm and drags him to the nearby motorball circuit. Motorball is a popular arena sport in the western sector. It consists of cyber players fighting over a single ball while racing around a circuit course. In the commotion of the crowd, Ito loses sight of Shumira, and although unfamiliar with the game, he decides to take a closer look to see what the fuss is all about. It is then when Ito discovers Aleta as a contestant and the winner of the race. He goes after her, but she pays him no mind. Aleta is so full of grief and trying to bury her past under deafening sound of battle. Hurt by Aleta's rejection, and in hopes of changing her mind, Ito decides to help Shumira's brother Yasugun, who happens to be the undisputed champion of motorball. Although a fierce warrior, Yasugun's augmented brain is falling apart. This causes him to go into constant spasms and near-death experiences. It is revealed that the mysterious doctor who gave Makaku his grotesque body in the first story arc is also the same doctor who saved Yasugun after a fatal accident. Ito is able to stop the side effects of the brain augmentation by linking Yasugun with his sister brainwaves. However, this is just a temporary solution. The Salamite nanotechnology is way too advanced for the scrapyard. Throughout the rest of the book, we get to see the story unfold. Aided by Ed, a former player, and Umba, an ace mechanic, Aleta moves through the ranks of motorball. She defeats Ida Kadi for the right to wear the number 99 in the second league. Not an easy task, because Ida Kadi is a tough rival, an expert in the Asian martial arts, known by the fans as the Crusher and the King without a crown. After earning his respect, Ida Kadi becomes a close ally of Aleta. He even calls her sister and puts together a team to help her on her quest. Also, Aleta becomes a bit jealous of Ito's newfound friends. She challenges Yasugun to an arm wrestling match with her heart as wager. Yasugun accepts her challenge and invites her to settle their differences once and for all at the final stage of the circuit race. This is the start of her exhilarating new sport career. Battle Angel Alita Volume 3 is a phenomenal book full of emotional moments. Moments of grief and heartbreak, but also of inspiration, hope, and soul-searching. Alita has been through a lot, but she's not ready to give up yet. She admires Yasugun's determination and extraordinary strength. This admiration fuels her desire to win and to find out who she truly is. These are turning points for Alita, events that will leave indelible marks in her life forever. Final score, 8.5 out of 10. Now, the reason of my lower score in comparison with the previous two volumes is based on the way the stories had been assembled together, especially the first chapter on this book, which happens to be the conclusion of the story arc in the last book. Although this is a common practice with manga collections, I would have preferred for this chapter to be included in the previous book and not in this one. This would have made the story even more impactful among readers. Nonetheless, this volume introduces us to exciting new characters, and is a must-read for Alita fans. So now, if you are interested in purchasing this or any book in this collection, I have links for you in the description. Once again, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification button so you're reminded of the next video. Also follow me on Facebook, on Instagram, and Twitter. And please consider supporting me financially via Patreon, PayPal, and GoFundMe. So once again, thanks for watching. God bless you, and I'll talk to you again. Bye-bye.
We can make a wildfire get away.